Jenna was stunned when she pulled the distressed animal out of the trash can. This did not look like any ordinary cat. Something was clearly going on with it, and Jenna knew that she had to bring it to the vet as soon as possible. But she was not prepared for the reaction of the professional upon seeing the animal. With clear panic on his face, the vet told Jenna, "We've got a problem." Jenna was very much caught off guard by the reaction of the veterinarian. She knew that the cat did not look like it was in the best condition, but she had not expected things to be so bad that it would cause the vet this kind of panic and stress. But before Jenna could ask for more clarification, she was told to leave the office in an instant. Now, being left in the dark and in the waiting room, Jenna was unsure of what she was supposed to do. She had brought this cat in, but it was not hers. She did not even know it, nor did she have the time to form any sort of connection with it. She could just leave and have the professionals deal with whatever was going on with the animal. She had already been assured that she would not need to pay a penny for the cat's potential treatment. But something inside Jenna told her to stay. She could not live with the thought of leaving this poor animal behind and just going on with her life as if this never even happened. She wanted to stay here and learn what was wrong with the cat and wanted to try everything in her power to help this animal. And so she simply sat down and waited. And she was going to have to wait a while. Jenna did not get any information about the cat or how it was doing. But she did bear witness to most of the personnel present at the veterinarian clinic starting to look collectively stressed, rushing in and out of the office which she had just left. Every time the door opened up, she tried to get a glimpse of what was going on inside, but never managed to get a good look. She also tried to get some information out of the employees, but they all told her that they were too busy to explain the situation to Jenna. What Jenna did pick up from them is that they were constantly on the phone trying to reschedule all appointments, which they thought could wait a little longer. The non-emergencies, so to speak. This made Jenna more and more worried about the condition of the cat. But Jenna's worries went through the roof when suddenly 2 police officers entered the building. Jenna's first hope was that they were just here because one of their dogs needed a checkup or something. But of course, this hope was idle, as the officers immediately turned their attention to Jenna. They asked her if she minded coming with them. Jenna's heart started to nearly beat out of her chest. She stutteringly asked them why that was necessary, and the police were quick to assure her that she had nothing to worry about. They just genuinely needed her help. They had been called about the situation with the strange cat, and now needed to know where Jenna had exactly found the animal to start their investigation. Jenna felt like she did not have much other choice but to go with the police. But she did have a lot of questions, even more than before now. What could possibly be going on with this cat that needed the attention of the police? This felt so serious and extreme, while she had just figured that it was a case of a street cat that had gotten itself in a bit of a bad situation. But that would turn out to be far from the truth. Jenna followed the officers into the squad car that was parked outside and started to direct them to the location where she had found the cat in the trash can. This was not as easy as Jenna had anticipated, as she did not come to this part of town often, and the stress of the situation made it even more difficult for her to remember all the details. This resulted in a couple of wrong turns along the way. When they finally arrived at the alley where Jenna had first encountered the animal, she was very surprised at what she found there. When she had walked through the alley on her way to the shopping centre only a couple of hours ago, it still looked relatively normal. Now, everything seemed to have been pulled apart, especially the trash can in which she had found the cat. Following the upheaval in the alley, Jenna observed the police's meticulous approach. They cordoned off the area, their flashlights casting long shadows as they scrutinized every corner. The intensity of their search, centered around the trash can where Jenna had found the cat, signaled this was no ordinary investigation. The officers' grave expressions and the quiet urgency of their work hinted at the gravity of the discovery, tying the mysterious cat directly to their concerns. As the investigation unfolded, the police began questioning nearby residents and shopkeepers. Their inquiries, met with shrugs and puzzled looks, seemed to yield little. Jenna, watching from a distance, felt a growing unease. The lack of clear answers only deepened the enigma of the cat's significance. Each shrugged shoulder and averted gaze added layers to the mystery, fueling Jenna's curiosity about the animal's true importance. The chaos around the once normal trash can now suggested a scene of desperation. Papers, cans, and remnants of food were strewn about, as if someone had been frantically searching for something or hiding it. This disorder was a silent testament to the night's earlier events, painting a picture of urgency that contradicted the alley's usual neglect. Jenna's mind raced, pondering the reasons behind such a frantic search and the cat's role in it. Jenna's gaze swept over the scene, her mind teeming with questions. Why would this quiet alley be the stage for such drama? The cat, now at the center of a serious police investigation, remained a mystery. Was it simply in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or was there more to its story? Jenna's observations offered more questions than answers, leaving the cat's true significance shrouded in mystery. Despite the earlier chaos, a heavy silence settled over the alley as the investigation continued. This quiet was not peaceful, but charged with anticipation, as if the alley itself was holding its breath, waiting for a truth yet to be uncovered. Jenna felt this silence deep in her bones, a stark contrast to the usual urban hum. It seemed the closer they got to answers, the more elusive they became. As Jenna waited, her phone pinged with an unexpected alert, an airdropped message from an unknown sender. The message was cryptic, hinting at dangers untold and urging her to seek the truth elsewhere. Confusion warred with curiosity inside her. Who sent it? And why her? The message's enigmatic nature piqued her interest, igniting a conflict between her natural caution and a growing thirst for answers. Jenna stood at a metaphorical crossroads, the mysterious message on her screen casting a shadow of doubt over her next move. Safety whispered for her to stay put, to ignore the call of the unknown. Yet, the promise of answers about the cat's peculiar situation tugged at her with an irresistible force. The decision lay heavily on her, each option fraught with its own set of risks and rewards. As the evening sky deepened to twilight, Jenna made her choice. She crafted a quick, believable excuse to leave, telling the officers of a sudden, urgent matter that couldn't wait. The mysterious message had provided a location, veiled in secrecy, yet promising the truth she sought. With a mixture of fear and excitement, Jenna stepped into the fading light, her heart set on uncovering the enigma. The message's urgency was like a whisper in the wind, pushing Jenna forward into the unknown. Its instructions were vague, pointing her towards a location shrouded in mystery, yet it spoke of answers lying in wait. With each step, Jenna felt the weight of her decision. The night around her seemed to hold its breath, the world pausing as she ventured further from the safety of the known. Jenna's journey began with hesitant steps, each one taking her closer to the promised revelations. The address led her away from the familiar streets into areas of the city she seldom visited. The unknown sender's message burned in her mind, a beacon in the dark urging her on. With the night as her companion, Jenna moved towards the answers, her resolve hardening. This was just the beginning of a deeper mystery. Jenna stood before the derelict house, its dilapidated facade whispering tales of neglect. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the building itself was aware of the pivotal role it was about to play in her quest. With each hesitant step towards the front door, Jenna felt the invisible threads of countless untold stories, each beckoning her closer to the heart of the mystery she was determined to unravel. Gathering her courage, Jenna raised her hand and knocked on the weathered wood. The sound echoed, a hollow reminder of the threshold she was about to cross. It was more than a mere physical barrier. It was the line between the known and the unknown, between safety and the potentially perilous path of discovery. With each knock, Jenna felt a mix of fear and resolve, the sound marking her entry into a realm of hidden truths. The door groaned open slowly, as if reluctant to reveal its secrets. Standing in the dim light was a shadowy figure, an ambiguous presence that seemed both a guardian and a gatekeeper to the mysteries Jenna sought. This moment, this threshold, was the culmination of her journey so far, a gateway to answers and perhaps to questions she had not yet thought to ask. The figure peered at Jenna, an intensity in their gaze that suggested a deep, unspoken understanding of why she had come. "What do you know about the cat?" they asked, their voice a blend of curiosity and caution. The question, simple yet loaded, hinted at a narrative far more complex than Jenna had anticipated. In that instant, she realized that her search for answers had led her into a labyrinth of intrigue and hidden dangers. The figure's words were laced with ambiguity, their warnings veiled yet unmistakable. Jenna listened, her heart racing as the reality of her situation became clear. This was no ordinary inquiry. She had unwittingly stepped into a game of shadows where each piece of information held weight and consequence. As the figure spoke, Jenna understood that her quest for truth about the cat had entangled her in a web from which there might be no easy escape. As Jenna stood in the dimly lit room, the shadowy figure's words began to weave a complex tapestry of consequence around her actions. She realized that her simple act of kindness, rescuing the cat and seeking answers, had inadvertently drawn her into a web far more intricate and dangerous than she could have imagined. Each revelation pulled her deeper into a situation fraught with peril, a narrative far beyond the simplicity of her initial good deed. In the heavy silence that followed the figure's cryptic warnings, Jenna felt the full weight of her circumstances. It was a moment of stark realization. There was no going back. Her involvement had become a critical piece in a puzzle she was only beginning to comprehend. This was not just about a cat anymore. It was about uncovering a truth that had chosen her as much as she had pursued it. The attempt to leave, to retreat to the safety of the familiar, was met with the harsh reality of her situation. Doors that once opened now remained firmly shut, windows barred, the house transforming from a place of potential enlightenment to a prison. Jenna's search for answers had led her into a trap, the secrets of the house now her captors, binding her to a story she was yet to fully understand. Her captor, no longer just a shadow but a warden of secrets, pressed for information about the vet with a persistence that hinted at deeper connections. These demands, spoken in the dark, suggested a network of knowledge and intrigue that Jenna had unwittingly tapped into. The pieces of the puzzle were there, but the picture they formed was obscured, leaving Jenna caught between her desire for answers and the increasing danger of her predicament. In the midst of despair, a sliver of hope emerged. Jenna, her resolve hardening against the fear, discovered a means of escape. It was not just a physical pathway out of her confinement, but a testament to her unwavering determination to seek the truth. This escape was not merely from the physical bounds of the house, but from the shadows of ignorance and fear that had sought to ensnare her. With each cautious step towards freedom, Jenna's spirit, undimmed by the darkness, became a beacon of resilience. Jenna's flight through the dimly lit streets was a race against fear, each step propelling her further from the grip of shadows. Her breath came in sharp gasps, a rhythm of survival that echoed through the empty alleyways. This desperate escape showcased her unwavering spirit, a fierce declaration of her refusal to be consumed by the darkness that sought to claim her. Into the unknown she ran, driven by the primal need for safety and the courage to seek it. With the danger momentarily behind her, Jenna seized the first opportunity to call for help. Her voice, though tremulous, carried the weight of her ordeal over the phone line to the ears of the local police. In this moment, Jenna was more than a victim. She was a beacon of truth, her call a fragile yet defiant thread woven into the fabric of justice, reaching out against the looming threat that pursued her. Standing in the relative safety of a public space, Jenna recounted her story to the authorities. Her narrative, a tapestry of fear, courage, and survival, marked her transformation from an unwitting participant to a deliberate challenger of the darkness. Reporting her capture and escape, Jenna positioned herself as an unexpected adversary to the unseen forces that had sought to silence her quest for truth. Guided by Jenna's information, the police orchestrated a swift raid on the vet's clinic, a place once thought to be a sanctuary for healing, now suspected of harboring darker secrets. As the operation unfolded, the clinic became a battleground between law and shadow, each entry breached by the police a step closer to unveiling the truth. Jenna, from a distance, watched the drama she had ignited, her heart racing with the uncertainty of the outcome. The capture of suspects in the wake of the raid marked a pivotal moment in the unfolding narrative. Jenna, observing from the fringes, found herself at the heart of a story far greater than she could have imagined. Her discovery, her ordeal, and her escape had set in motion a chain of events that now saw potential perpetrators in handcuffs. Yet, as the suspects were led away, Jenna's role in the drama remained shrouded in mystery, her impact undeniable, but her future uncertain. In the aftermath of the raid, Jenna found herself enveloped in a rare silence, the chaos that had pursued her now momentarily at bay. She sat quietly, allowing herself a moment to breathe, to reflect on the surreal journey from a simple act of rescue to the eye of a storm. This brief respite offered her a chance to gather her thoughts, a calm in the center of a relentless whirlwind of events. As the investigation progressed, Jenna watched the police work, their discussions and discoveries beginning to form a clearer picture. She found herself at the epicenter of an intricate plot, her actions unknowingly pivotal. The officers pieced together evidence with methodical precision, their findings hinting at a narrative much larger than any of them had anticipated, with Jenna, unexpectedly, playing a key role. In the quiet of the police station, Jenna was debriefed. The officers expressed their gratitude, their words shedding light on the significance of her involvement. As they outlined the connections uncovered, Jenna began to grasp the extent of the web in which she had become entangled. It was a moment of revelation, providing her with a clearer understanding of the complex situation she had inadvertently influenced. The scope of the criminal activities linked to the cat gradually came into focus, revealing a network far more extensive than Jenna had imagined. Her role, initially minor and unintentional, now appeared crucial in unraveling the conspiracy. The information she had provided became key pieces of evidence, illuminating the dark corners of a hidden world. Jenna listened, awed and overwhelmed by the magnitude of the case unfolding before her. With the revelation of her inadvertent impact, Jenna felt the weight of her journey. She contemplated the series of events, her decision to rescue the cat now intertwined with significant criminal investigations. This reflection was bittersweet, pride in her courage mixed with the gravity of the consequences her actions had set in motion. Jenna understood the complexity of heroism, recognizing the burden that often accompanies the pursuit of justice. As the dust settled and calm returned, Jenna found herself enveloped in a newfound respect from those around her. Her actions, once driven by a simple impulse to save a distressed animal, were now recognized as acts of bravery and quick thinking. This acknowledgement brought her a moment of solace, a soothing balm for the whirlwind of fear and action she had endured. It was a quiet acknowledgement of her courage in the face of danger. Jenna's adventure, starting with the rescue of a stray cat and leading to the exposure of a hidden criminal activity, became a story shared among those who knew her and beyond. It was a narrative of unexpected heroism, a testament to how ordinary moments can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Her journey was proof that courage can manifest in the most unlikely of heroes, inspiring those around her with the reminder that bravery often comes in unexpected forms. In the aftermath, Jenna found herself reflecting on the journey she had navigated. The shadows she had faced taught her valuable lessons about strength, resilience, and the complexity of right and wrong. She recognized the growth within herself, forged in the adversity of her unplanned quest. These lessons, hard-earned and deeply felt, became guiding lights for her, illuminating the strength she had discovered in the face of challenge. With the danger now behind her, Jenna looked forward to resuming the normalcy of her life, albeit forever altered by her recent experiences. The ordeal had reshaped her view of the world and her place within it, marking the start of a new chapter. She faced the future with a sense of renewal, understanding that while some chapters end, the story continues, enriched by the trials and triumphs of the past. In quiet moments of introspection, Jenna contemplated the resilience she had unearthed within herself. The ordeal had not only tested her, but had revealed a wellspring of strength and determination she hadn't known possessed. Looking ahead, Jenna felt a quiet confidence, ready to face future challenges with the knowledge that she had overcome adversity before. Her journey had equipped her with an enduring resolve, a testament to the transformative power of facing the unknown. As the investigation unfolded, the depth of the criminal network began to reveal itself, with Jenna's initial discovery serving as a key that unlocked doors previously hidden. The police, piecing together the intricate web of illicit activities, found Jenna's insights and actions to be of unparalleled value. Her seemingly small act of kindness had opened a gateway to a vast landscape of criminal endeavours. Progress in the case illuminated the critical role of the cat and Jenna's involvement. What began as a simple rescue had morphed into a pivotal piece of the puzzle, uncovering connections that spanned beyond the immediate suspects. Each clue uncovered further solidified the importance of Jenna's discovery, drawing a clearer picture of the network and its operations and highlighting how fate had intertwined her path with a larger narrative. Jenna watched, awestruck, as the consequences of her actions rippled through the investigation, touching corners she hadn't imagined. The realization that her decision to help a lone cat had catalyzed such a significant chain of events was both humbling and overwhelming. It was a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of actions and their potential to affect change, far beyond the initial intent. In a quiet, sincere ceremony, the law enforcement officers acknowledged Jenna's bravery. Her courage, which had sparked the investigation, was celebrated, affirming her integral role in the drama that had unfolded. This recognition was not just a nod to her bravery, but a validation of her action's significance, cementing her status as a key figure in the pursuit of justice. With the suspects now behind bars, Jenna faced the future with a mix of contemplation and resolve. The mystery of the cat, which had started it all, remained a poignant memory, a symbol of her unexpected journey into the heart of a criminal investigation. As she looked forward, the experience left her with a sense of readiness for whatever might come next, the echoes of her adventure shaping her view of the world and her place within it. In the calm of the police station, Jenna and the detectives laid out the narrative, the cat's tale becoming a linchpin in their understanding. Each piece of information Jenna provided wove into the larger story, highlighting the cat's unexpected role in unveiling a network of crimes. This collaborative effort to piece together the puzzle revealed the significance of every clue Jenna had stumbled upon. As the investigation deepened, the broader implications of Jenna's discovery came into focus. The links between her initial finding and the sprawling criminal network began to solidify, painting a picture of a conspiracy much larger than anyone had anticipated. Jenna watched, fascinated and horrified, as her simple act of kindness unfolded into a narrative with far-reaching consequences for the community and beyond. Amidst the unfolding investigation, Jenna found herself reflecting on the journey that had brought her here. Understanding her central role in the case, she grasped the complexity of the situation she had unwittingly exposed. This period of reflection offered her a deeper insight into the web of criminality she had helped uncover, highlighting the unforeseen impact of her actions. The more Jenna learned, the clearer the connections became between the cat, the vet's clinic, and the criminal activities they had unearthed. These intricate links painted a complex picture of collusion and secrecy, far beyond what Jenna had imagined when she first rescued the cat. The realization of how deeply intertwined these elements were underscored the importance of every piece of the puzzle. With the investigation nearing its climax, Jenna braced herself for the full disclosure of the case. Anticipation and apprehension mingled within her as she awaited the revelations that would bring clarity to the mystery. This moment of anticipation was charged with a mix of fear and eagerness as Jenna prepared to confront the full scope of the truth she had helped uncover, aware that the understanding it brought would change her forever. The revelation hit like a thunderbolt. The stray cat Jenna had rescued was the neglected pet of a suspected mob boss. This seemingly minor act of compassion had inadvertently peeled back the curtain on a hidden world of criminality. The cat's connection to such a figure was unexpected, turning what Jenna had believed to be a simple rescue into the key to a much larger mystery. Jenna absorbed the information, her mind racing. Her discovery of the cat had become the critical juncture in unraveling a complex criminal network. What had started as an act of kindness had morphed into a pivotal moment, exposing the tendrils of a sprawling enterprise that had remained hidden from law enforcement's eyes until now. Jenna realized the depth of her impact, her actions illuminating the dark corners of the city's underworld. The significance of the cat's microchip became abundantly clear, serving as a digital breadcrumb that led investigators directly to the heart of the mob's operations. Jenna's role in this discovery underscored her unwitting yet crucial participation in the case. The microchip, a small detail in the grand scheme, had proven to be the linchpin, amplifying Jenna's inadvertent contribution to a major investigative breakthrough. Reflecting on the journey, Jenna recognized her simple act of kindness as the genesis of a series of significant events that had reshaped the criminal landscape of her city. This chain reaction, set off by her initial decision to rescue the cat, highlighted the unpredictable impact of seemingly small actions. Jenna's story was a testament to the idea that no deed, no matter how minor it appears, is without consequence. In the quiet aftermath, Jenna contemplated the serendipitous nature of her actions. What were the odds that a random act of kindness would unravel a criminal empire? The interplay of fate and chance fascinated her, pondering how the threads of life could intertwine to weave a story so complex from a tapestry so simple. Jenna's reflections deepened her understanding of her role in this extraordinary narrative, forever altering her perception of cause and effect. Jenna received the heartwarming news that the cat, once a neglected pet of a criminal, had found a new home. This sanctuary promised care and love, far removed from its previous life of neglect. The knowledge that the cat was now thriving brought Jenna a deep sense of relief and joy, a silver lining in the cloud of the past events. The arrest of the mob boss and his associates signified the conclusion of a chapter Jenna never anticipated being a part of. Her inadvertent journey into the depths of the criminal underworld had reached its end, closing with the assurance of justice served. This conclusion brought a sense of closure, not just for Jenna, but for the community that had been unknowingly living in the shadow of this criminal network. Jenna's unexpected role in unraveling a criminal empire was recognized and celebrated by those around her. Her story, a testament to the extraordinary impact of ordinary individuals, became a source of inspiration. Jenna, who had lived an unassuming life, found herself celebrated as a hero, her actions a reminder of the profound influence one person can have on the world around them. Reflecting on the whirlwind of events, Jenna realized the profound impact of individual actions, magnified by fate and courage. Her journey underscored the interconnectedness of actions and outcomes, teaching her the strength and potential inherent in every decision. This realization imbued Jenna with a newfound appreciation for the power of action, reinforcing the belief in her ability to effect change. With the case wrapped up and the cat in a loving home, Jenna looked forward to returning to her normal life, now enriched by the experiences that had tested and revealed her strength. The knowledge of her contribution to making a difference bolstered her confidence, ready to face the future with the understanding that one person's actions can indeed alter the course of many lives.